let's get back to it. Oh,
F5 as usual.
yep, right. We are. Stream is back on. Hopefully, we don't have any issues now. I'm going to pop the chat back in the corner. We can see it there. And
yeah, a little bit so and so with the mouse movements, but hey, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Right, so I need to pick some things up.
Yeah, because you didn't save.
No, we got out of there pretty fast. So grab that. Grab this little thorny bush. Also, welcome to the Largalogs. It's possibly a problematic stream. I'd blame the internet, not us. But yes, it's me, Stu, and joining me is the master of Monkey Island himself. No, not Guybrush Threepwood. It is Kenny B.
Yeah, the mighty Kenny B.
Yes.
Seller of fine leather jackets.
Right, so we were previously trying to sort this out, but the stream seemed a little wonky. But now we're back.
At the very least, solve this one screen thing.
Cool. Okay.
So here you were, and the wind wasn't going to take the balloon by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So do remember that you can, as I said, you can talk to people. You can also kind of put your mouth to stuff.
Blow, float in the balloon. So
that.
Effortlessly.
Exactly. That worked out just fine, and it will stay in place all the time. Damn it.
Ken. I know you didn't make this game, but...
Well done. Well, hey!
Okay.
Thank goodness for those unpredictable Caribbean trade winds. So they weren't going to do a Monkey 2 on you. And screw you.
Yeah.
And look at you. Physics, Stuart. And
I
Stuart,
received.
And Guybrush out. Is out. You won't need to return to that swamp ever again. There's no option to return to it.
Okay.
Nor can you return to the screen where you were eaten by the snake. Those are just like done and done.
There's so many collectibles in that screen.
If you look at the boat right now, you see that it looks patched up. That's because in Mega Monkey, you do need to patch it up.
Okay.
Right, so when you arrive at this boat, no, there's a hole in it, you need paste from somewhere. So that's a little hint that there's extended puzzles in the Mega Monkey play option.
Okay.
But in this version, you can. This is the boat that of the pirate that took Elaine. You can go, but let me assure you that you won't be able to get back Elaine through just this one visit.
Okay. I'm more concerned about the shark fins.
Nah, that's all right. They're just decoration.
Okay. I feel like this is going to prevent me from using this boat to reach the pirate ship.
No, it'll be fine. You can try it out. You can go onto the pirate ship, but you will not be able to solve anything just yet. So there are still things to figure out and be found out about the legend of the island.
Okay.
So, but you can try. See what happens.
No, I was kind of wanting to just grab onto it, but... Oh wait, there's that. Didn't see the arrow there. Oh, this is a character.
Yes, he is. You will find out a little bit more about his psychology as you figure out how to solve this puzzle. Again, you won't be able to do it right here, right now.
Okay.
But you can go onto the ship over and over but
Mr.
not
Fossey.
be able to solve this just yet.
Fair enough.
He's got a captain.
Mm-hmm.
The Dread Pirate Lech. Yes, Captain. It's on the table, sir. Lech.
Liche.
In the voice track that Stu is not hearing right now, there is no voice from within the cabin,
Okay.
which will give you a clue as
Oh,
well
right.
that this guy is a little bit of a loony.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get your pirate punishment. There is the option of being tarred and feathered,
Oh.
but it's a ship full of monkeys.
Yeah.
But they prefer the plank. If the plank is there and in use, then they prefer the plank. Again, you won't die or anything.
Mhm.
You'll just.
Of course, he's a mighty pirate.
That's odd. There was no splash. Because as you know, you arrived on a boat. So
Was that him improvising with the word splash there?
Exactly. That's on the voice track as well. Splash. Not even doing the sound of it. So you can't do anything right now. So this requires, in the end, that you enter another part of the boat to get this puzzle solved. So just find the arrow to row the boat back. You can find a red arrow at the end of the screen, or do it like that indeed. And just double click and he'll be right back on the beach.
Okay. Is there anything else on this beach worth looking at? Because I guess we get to go over by the waterfall.
You can, but that's like an optional thing later in the game. If you, it's just water. You can. I always thought you can rinse yourself off of a thing later in the game,
Mm-hmm.
but don't even bother really. It's just water. He'll just notice that it's a waterfall and that it's wet.
All right. There was no secret passage and.
Exactly. So the actual exit is wet. So the actual exit screen is over here on the right.
Is it this path?
Yep. Please, again, just double click and he'll be back to the screen. So, yeah, I would recommend that. I'm thinking. Oh, by the way, remember that you got some stuff from the snake's belly.
Okay. We got a reservation for Puerto Polo,
For
which we
the
couldn't
restaurant, indeed, because you were thrown out when you
get. Mm-hmm.
tried to get in there. So why not try and use the reservation slip?
We've got a comment from a Mr. Tom KW. Severe lack of monkeys so far. I think if you check the stream, I was just thrown off of a ship.
12 of them.
Overtaken by monkeys. So, is this the restaurant here? Because it had the
indeed.
drive-through window, didn't it?
Yep.
Why, yes, I do.
And Guybrush will hand it to him himself, so you don't need to do that motion.
One less point and click.
So yeah, you can obviously talk to him. You can check out the environment, but I would recommend talking to the wacky restaurant owner to get some clues as to who he is and what his deal is about.
Okay.
So he jumped in with enthusiasm, so he's keen.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about the lucky pirate you are. He's very extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you are in search of treasure as well. You've got 3 tasks ahead of you. You know, last time you completed 1 task by defeating the pirate in a banjo duel.
Yes.
So there's still tasks to be done, including finding treasure.
That's very true. Let's see.
Some tasty delights.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chicken restaurant, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Ikipak's law, meaning that will make you vomit.
It's for
made from
the
same
gag with the
flour.
snake. Yeah.
It's made from the same flour. Gold tooth. And then you see it's in his mouth. It shined towards you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little clue. Might that be
Encouraging us to
treasure,
take it.
Stuart? He seems piratey, so why not ask?
Mm-hmm.
Leave my shop unguarded. Why, a treacherous tripe. That's the voice acting in a nutshell for this character.
Mm-hmm. Nantucket.
Here's some backstory to the myths of the island, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
There's a monster afoot about.
Hmm.
El Pollo Diablo.
The devil chicken. I hope we find this devil chicken.
Well, it's not mentioned for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So El Pollo Diablo let loose all his chickens, return them to the wild. That's why you see them all over the place.
Right.
That's why
okay.
his restaurant is currently empty.
There's not a task where we have to go collect every chicken, is there?
Nope,
Okay.
they're not that vicious towards you, not in 1997. So here's some things you do need to ask, because he's got a food order, as he mentioned. That's why there's a question there, number 2. To whom are you going to deliver your chicken? So yes, the pirates you were visiting are in need of food. That's why you need to get on there and deliver food.
Right. Okay.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's some tasks popping up here in need of solving. They are quite humorous, involving El Pollo Diablo.
Okay.
You've already been
Yeah.
captured. So yeah, that's the key thing to take away from this conversation. Obviously, you can ask him stuff, so we've set up that he needs to deliver chicken, and he's got a nice gold tooth. Gold. That's treasure, Stuart.
So if you could deliver him a chicken, will we get his tooth in return?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you need the tooth. That's clear, but that's not how you go about it.
Okay.
But yeah, he's talking about craving some particular tastes. Nothing like the heavy crunch from these. Yeah, so he wants something to chew, Stuart. He wants something to crunch.
Okay.
That might be good or not good for his tooth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now comes once you stop speaking to him, now's the time to play.
Right.
And if you haven't saved, why not? Because this scene might require a couple of some trial and error. So if you like, just do a save. It doesn't auto save, yeah, but
just in case if this stream goes belly up.
Yeah. So you had some chewables in your inventory, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I apologise if my children are being noisy in the background. It's a lively Sunday night. Oh my god, you could hear the sounds.
Ouch, I think I lost my gold tooth.
Sweets for bad for my teeth.
He's kind of Scottish, but it's a piratey voice the voice actor is putting on. So he took the jawbreaker. He kind of broke his tooth, but he wants something else. He wants more to it.
He wants something squishy.
He wants to chew stuff.
Would he be up for some gum?
They do give you, they lay out some clues, obviously, and you're still in the beginning of the game, so they're giving some clues. So just watch kind of what happens here. It's gonna, so you can probably put that away and. Yeah, so you couldn't pick up the bubble. Boom. Why, you little scamp.
Old Captain Blondebeard.
He's happy about it. So, right, so pick that up, and then I'm going to tell you a little story about how this gets solved in Mega Monkey. It's way more elaborate. So the details essentially goes as follows. When he uses the gum and the tooth is in the gum balloon, it needs to, I think it might automatically float away, or you need to affect it.
Like up here?
Float away up there. Then it will drop outside in the mud puddle, and you use a pan that's somewhere in here to pan the mud puddle for gold.
Wow.
And that's how you get it. So they add a few extra bits and pieces. Don't mind that as such. But yeah, so in your inventory, you have some shiny gold right now. Have a wee look.
Yeah, like a little animation and everything.
Exactly. So if you like, you can go back to Cutthroat Bill and see what he thinks of this. And remember, you can either go there. Well, it's not too far to traverse this screen.
No, it's just down here, isn't it?
So as soon as you see the little arrow, that indicates you can go into the shop. You can just double click and you're in the shop immediately. There you
are. Okay, Cutthroat Bill.
Yes.
Just straight up. Just hand it over.
Sure. You won't steal it.
I still not got the blood out of those sheets.
Guess you can find treasure. And you're in. Or he's in. But they come as
like a
not a pair, but as a group indeed. So you haven't asked Haggis McMutton
No.
what kind of what he wants in return, what you need to prove in his eyes. So I don't think you had that conversation literally. So
yeah, I don't think we've reached that stage in our relationship
yet. You've simply stolen his paperweight and his scissors because you're a pirate. So I think that clue is somewhere within this dialogue option indeed. Oh, that's right. He might have told you that you need to beat him in caber tossing because he's Scottish.
Mm-hmm. Right.
No one needs to tell you about caber tossing, Stuart. That's the national sport right there.
I'm trying to think the last time I've actually seen that happen. It might
You get taught cable tossing at the age of 3, I heard.
You grow with the trees.
So yeah, that's what you need to do on the field of competition, Stuart.
Yeah. So is that where we had the dueling banjos?
Exactly. Obviously, you can go there. You can compete now because there are actually trunks already there. But do you believe for a second that you can just go there and win right now?
No.
No, of course not, because you're a weakling.
Compared
and Haggis isn't a weakling.
He's
so
like the equivalent of 3 guy brushes. His arms are the size of me.
So lie, cheat, and steal.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that you have a couple of puzzles floating about the place, and you need to cheat at the cable toss competition.
Okay. So we do that on that screen when we're in there?
Yes, indeed. You need to prep stuff before. I mean, you can try this to see what happens when you completely fail.
Like this.
And when you don't fail, something else is going to happen right now. You know, that Guybrush is going to win.
Okay.
So that's how you trigger it once you're ready. You know what I mean? You just go back here and I'm ready. And
no,
but if I'm not mistaken, it's that arrow indeed. Yes, that's the shortcut. This is the field. So in your mind, Stuart, how are you going to cheat?
Is there a way for us to have a hollowed out trunk?
Well, exactly. I mean, you need something lighter. That's the clue I can give you right now. I am fairly sure that you're missing one item, but you just explore right here. But you are missing an item to solve this and get your cheating in place.
Okay.
But I was about to say Stuart looked at. Of course, he looked at. But Guybrush looked at rubber trees.
Mm-hmm.
Rubber trees seem lighter, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't they? Than a full-on trunk. So that's your clue as to what trees to use. But as I said, you don't have all the tools to.
Sounds like I would require a saw to cut down a rubber tree.
Something to cut with, indeed. You will find an item not here that will be used at least twice, which is something that will happen in this game. There will be a couple of tools, including a mallet later in the game, will be used like 4 times. So that's kind of neat. But there isn't that tool. That there's no wood shop on this island though. But you will need to find something that's sharp enough to saw through wood.
Okay. I guess a good scissors, that's going to be too much to ask for them.
Yeah, that's not the logic they're going for. To cut down the tree. I know that sounds funny. Like, cut down the trees with scissors.
So we're going to have to go back into town. Is it something on this island?
Yeah. Well, you can't go anywhere but this island currently. You know, your next destination is Blood Island, but you can't go there anyway. So
there is a little glint of light from that distant beach.
That's the beach club that you are going to go to eventually as well. The actor that was putting on Spear said his travel agent is a member of the beach club, and he will know the correct way to get to Blood Island.
Okay.
But I will recommend exploring the town first and check out a location that might hold a tool of some sort, a sharp tool for carving. Exactly. This is an extra screen that's that's going to be important. So it's good that you. This is the grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't mention that, but a keg of rum just yet.
But you are going to be on this screen to craft a solution. So they didn't just put it here to give you an alternate angle on matters. It's a screen with a purpose.
There are ants crawling over the rubber tree. I wonder. Actually, is that way back in town? Is it this way?
No, I don't think you can go that way, but the screen is not big, so you can just walk around the corner over there to the left. Around the corner, or just double click as soon as the arrow appears. So
Right enough.
don't. So yeah, so obviously you have the theater. Do you think there's a shop implement over there to cut with?
Could be. Do we just go into the stage door again?
That's the only way to get in. But I'm sort of, this is the theater. They have props.
Mm-hmm.
So if
So
you find
probably
something
won't
sharp
be-
here, likely not a sharp enough prop. So
Yeah.
so that's my
So yes,
clue
this
to
might
you
not
that
be
it
the.
might not be it indeed. So you have the barber, the barber shop, but you probably depleted the amount of items that you can pick up from there, because you got the shears and the stone and all of that, and the jawbreaker off the floor.
Mhm.
So what about the kitchen then?
Oh, that's not what. So
Oh,
back
that's
in
the shortcut.
Blondebeards. Yeah, right.
So you
That
didn't
takes you out
explore
that
the
door.
entire screen actually of the restaurant. For instance, they have a guest.
You know, the quiet patron.
Quiet-ish.
Ah.
And that patron kind of looks like Grim Fandango.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But he keeled over and dropped the thing, and he has a thing in him.
Oh, so he does.
For whatever reason, he was stabbed.
He's now
to death.
described as the very quiet patron.
So yeah,
A serrated bread knife. Oh, a little bit extra detail there, removing that from his back.
it's a little button there. What does that say? That's made by
Okay.
Grim Fandango. And I'm not sure you can pick that up or try. Exactly. Going back to the first game, there is a pirate at the very, very beginning of Monkey Island 1 that has a button on him. Ask me about Loom, which was a current game at that point. And you could
Okay.
ask him about Loom.
Yeah.
But they don't repeat the gag here. Grim Fandango was released the same year as this, I think, or a year after. But certainly was in development. But they didn't repeat the gag of having a character. Well, Grim Fandango is a fantastic adventure game. No, so they didn't go into shameless promotional route, but wanted to do a little gag for those who remember Monkey 1. So yeah, serrated bread knife sounds sharp enough, doesn't it? So I just start cutting away, but not rubber. They can cut regular wood. He just said so. So thanks to it. It wasn't that long ago that you encountered regular wood.
Is it?
That's a separate screen indeed. So.
Okay.
Here we go. Guybrush is going to. Yep. Whoops. Boink. So it. Some things happened. It's against the rubber tree. There's a trail of rum. And isn't playing with fire fun, Stuart?
Oh, if only I had an ember to use.
Because rum is combustible, apparently. I don't know these things.
Go. Oh,
Do
perfect.
you realize now that he flew all the way to this screen, by the way?
Okay, so
So
probably we're talking to Mr. McHaggis again.
Haggis McMutton of the McMutton clan.
Yes, exactly that.
Do it properly.
Or don't say it at all.
Gotta respect the clans, man. Here, if you like, all those portraits are like clickable, and the Guybrush will make a humorous comment, but they don't play a part in solving any puzzles. All those various portraits of people they've presumably cut. When it came to rum, Edward Screech never skipped. He drank a whole bottle while he had his hair crimped. Kind of the same humorous rhymey things that they put on caskets in Monkey 2. You remember the puzzle where you were going to find the correct casket with a pirate saying on it. So it's a little bit in that tradition. But here it doesn't. These are just sights, funny sights. So you are not going to pick up any portrait, not even the parrot portrait. And I can even say to you that you don't need the combs either, despite that blue jar looking very enticing.
Yeah.
They won't be needed. They might be needed in Mega Monkey, who knows, but not in the regular normal difficulty version. So yeah, Guybrush doesn't need explaining. So here we go. He's picked the top trunk. So ding dong 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 dong. If he was a little bit sharper, he would have noticed that that tree was bouncing.
Yes. Well, there we go.
Okay. Your free tasks, as is tradition in these games, that's done, but you don't have a ship.
Are we taking the ship from the was it Fossey and the 12 monkeys?
That is the 12 monkeys indeed. That is the ship indeed. There's no other ship that is going to turn up on this island.
But they're not going to talk to me unless I show up with a chicken dinner.
Exactly, and I'm thinking. Right. Okay. I know the solution now. So if you'd like to head over to the ship, I can guide you in the right direction. If you don't have, we have a cutscene. Guybrush has solved 3 tasks. So you remember LeChuck blew up, but his boots remained. So these are some rando pirates that are picking up some stuff from the sea.
Something else. It's
including
some kind of footwear.
Smelly boots.
Hey,
That's rather that's voodoo
boots.
magic. Smelly boots.
But they're still hot. Ow, 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 ow.
Some quality animation, as we talked
Yeah.
about. So LeChuck is kind of like Chucky in that regard. Even if you destroy him, his essence will be
Exactly.
forever in a way. That's why he always survives these things.
Yeah.
So that's your LeChuck update. So you are in possession of enough to solve the issue of getting a ship. So that's one of 2 things left to do. Second one is to get guidance as to how to get to Blood Island. You can do these in kind of any order you like. So if you like, go out to the ship and in Danger Cove and row out to the ship again. And I'll try and be a dear and help you along a little bit, because the tricky thing with this game is I'm always used to the fact that once one item is used, you are not going to go back to that item. This next and that's like a train of thought that sticks with me. I'm not used to things being used multiple times. So that's why this game is a little bit different in that regard, and that includes how to get the ship. So go out to the ship and I'll because if you play enough of these games, I think you would think the same way too. That well, I've used the needle on a thing on the bubble, so clearly that won't come back. And this is a game where I'm not saying the needle is it, but this is a game where items will have to be used again. So let me be in there and sort of take you back to the fact that these guys prefer the plank. They would rather not use tar and feather.
Okay. But if I'm tar and feathered, I look like a chicken.
Yes. But as I said, they prefer the plank. But if there is no planks to it.
Ah.
So yeah. So here is an example of well, that's the thing I kind of need to help you along with, because this is a case where you use an item a second time in a different puzzle. And you're on the right track, but you need to use it from here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that I was tripped up on. That so it's multi-use. Okay, that's different. I mean, fine, but I'm not used to it. So so I thought I'd be kind enough to help you out in that regard.
I appreciate that.
That makes some disturbance right now.
I was going to knock on the door, but
That's a thin man. I don't know how you came back on board. Is this type of voice?
Oh yeah, I know the
Is
type.
that Captain Handles? Sir Tar and Feathers. Exactly. You've even if the plank is kind of half whole, they still can't use it as they like. So Guybrush is going to go this route instead. It's a well rehearsed routine.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And they're kind of like, okay, so what now then? Kind of like, well, see you guys then. I guess we're finished.
Well.
So yeah, Guybrush is in disguise, I suppose. He's tarred and feathered.
Mm-hmm.
So, what to do with this then?
Yeah.
Hint: don't go clean yourself.
Okay.
So don't go over to the waterfall right now. That's the usage of the waterfall have. You might be able to clean yourself off, but don't.
Yeah. And we could either go back to the chicken shop and see Captain Blondebeard's reaction to Guybrush being tarred and feathered, or possibly the Shakespeare Theatre, since he's kind of in a costume now. My mindset.
I would act on that, to go to the voodoo lady even to see what happens. She would surely know about. And even talk to Murray, see what he thinks about this. El Pollo Diablo.
I love the little click of his teeth.
Oh, brother.
Come release me.
So that's as far as you could
Okay.
go. Apparently, so you can't go to the voodoo lady. But my point is, you can actually. There is one solution, obviously, but you can go to different places to see reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So for fun, you could do that. But there is one solution.
Okay. It'd be worth going to the fort. I feel like we've not been there for a little while.
Well, there's no one there, so I'd recommend just going into town, to be
Okay.
honest.
What's this question mark? Is this somewhere we've been?
That's the beach club, and you are going to have to go there. But I would
Okay,
still
it's
recommend
not
going
necessary.
into town. Going to Puerto Pollo as
Coming on the left or the right?
doesn't matter,
Okay.
because you're going into Puerto Pollo as Pollo.
Oh yes, if Murray thinks I'm the devil chicken.
Murray clocked you immediately. Madre de Dios, ese Pollo Diablo.
Oh.
And here we go. Transferred to the inside of the ship with Captain Lech Imp.
Ah.
He's a chimp. He's not LeChuck. He's LeChimp. So this guy has gone stark raving mad.
Yeah.
So this is another screen where you can't leave. You can't go out the window either. You can try, but
Okay.
you can't leave. So despite you being like a meter behind them, they're preoccupied with their stuff.
Okay.
And also they are in possession of, and I think this was said earlier, that they might have a map as well. So you need to get out of this situation, get the ship, and get a map. Possibly. I might be remembering it wrong, but regardless. So you obviously can't walk out of the pot and stir shit up. So this is a case of like you can look at stuff, you can, there's some
Nice.
chicken grease indeed. That was it poured off you, and the Guybrush collected it. So this is a screen where you kind of need to be incognito to get anywhere. Do incognito stuff. So yeah, look at items, try and pick up items, or Guybrush will simply say I can't reach it, or
there's
else I'll
treasure
find
map.
out.
Do I have anything that I could throw?
Yeah, maybe knock them out indeed.
We kept the hollow reed. Okay. The skeleton arm's got to come in useful for something.
Yes, it will. Not here though. I can say that much. On another island,
I
even.
still have a balloon. That's interesting.
Yeah, you had two fun balloons.
Could I just distract? I feel like I have to throw something to distract.
Well, distract is good. Maybe not throw. Remember, you are dealing with someone who hears voices. Ken said, with a wink in his eye. This might be a very far-fetched puzzle, but I'm still gonna see if I can clue you to the right solution. Yeah, so he hears voices. That's established. He thinks LeChimp is speaking to him.
Okay. See, only we could tell him to disguise his voice and maybe answer as LeChimp. What could trigger that?
If only there was something you had, Stuart, that could trigger that.
Could we use the hollow reed to project.
So,
our
it's easy to
voice.
forget what kind of items you picked up a long time ago, so it's always worth to sort of make sure you're always familiarized yourself with even the earliest items in the game.
Okay. Pirate literature. Nichols wouldn't have anything. Scissors, magic wand. There's nothing jumping out, so I'm just gonna have to just go through the options.
Yeah, I think you're scanning your items, but on my screen you're missing one item. You're skipping over one item.
The chicken grease?
The older items and so I mean you have a balloon, you have a brochure, you have an arm, you have wooden nickels, you have gum, you have a needle, you have a glove, you have a magic wand, you have what?
Yeah, I won't have enough distance to. Are we going to be chewing some gum?
I stopped conveniently after the magic wand.
Ah. Okay. I was disregarding that because I assumed that was the encyclopedia.
Exactly. So, the eighth C of ventriloquism. So, can't use that on something, just pull it from the
Fair
inventory.
enough. Here we go.
So that's what I meant by you had that item for a while. You made it appear using the magic wand. It came out of the hat, the magician's hat.
You sound different.
Well, he's convinced, I mean, in the Varvinian sense, sir. No, we're monkeys. And the big chimp is just like, what's going on? They're like wide-eyed.
Exactly.
Doesn't know anything. Exactly, they are the ones that they have hidden the statue. They've so it's not on the ship actually.
Right.
And he didn't give you the clue as to where the statue is. Right, with all eyes open, follow the path to the X. X marks the spots. Okay. That's the clue as to where they've hidden a lane. X marks the spot. There's a funny running gag in the game, that hasn't been addressed in the other games. So if you try and pick up next to the pot, to the left of the pot, there's like a porcelain jug of some kind. If you just pick that up or look at it. For some reason, Guybrush hates porcelain, and we never get to know why.
Okay, I felt like that was in the second game where there was like a treasure chest in Elaine's room, and turns out it was just porcelain as well.
So it might have been indeed a sort of quick line there about his hatred for porcelain. But yeah, so obviously the ship will be yours, but you can't leave the island without Elaine, nor can you leave the island without getting some guidance as to how to get to Blood Island. And that will bring us to the spot you haven't even examined at all.
The travel agent.
The beach club at the travel agent, who is a member of the beach club.
Okay.
So you can actually traverse the ship as you like. You won't be tarred and feathered again.
Do we get to see past this screen?
I don't believe you can, no.
Okay.
So. Okay, so you go out the window in the captain's quarters then. Okay, fine. I think anyway. Yep.
Ah, there's that plank.
Funny, surprising gag. Well, your fear was warranted, but Guybrush would get away on his own from the sharks.
I hear you, cat. It's here.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So, here's a fella.
Yeah, Cabana Boy. I have to start every conversation with this.
It's hard to resist it. Fine, fair enough. It's a piratey world with LeChuck in it, so some undead corpses might be washing ashore.
I like how in every scene there's sharks circling in the background.
Yeah, indeed. I can see it right now. So, yeah. I'm delivering these fine leather monogrammed golf jackets. But you've also picked up on the fact that the Guybrush won't get in. Not through verbal abuse or verbal cunning skills or whatever. Because it's an exclusive club, man.
Okay. No towels. Good day. Wow.
Good day, sir. So, don't think there's any. Well, there is one screen you haven't fully explored, and you can. I can give you that just for the sake of fun. Go back to the restaurant because you can. He won't beat you up again. You're not El Pollo Diablo anymore. Because there is also a thing there that plays into Mega Monkey that I don't remember the solution for it, but I'll explain once you have explored the screen fully what contains extra steps in Mega Monkey. So yeah, it's a little bit hidden, but I would just kind of scroll around the screen. You might not need to look at everything, but scroll around the screen to see what items are highlighted, around chairs and tables and on tables and such.
Okay.
To see what the highlighter says.
Oh. In the carcass of that chicken.
Yes. It's a little bit hidden, though. But in Mega Monkey, that chicken is whole. And I don't remember what you do to sort of, if you make that guy eat it or whatever. I don't think you stab him in Mega Monkey. But in Mega Monkey, it's literally in the chicken. So maybe, well, here's the thing. I think I remember the solution now. In the prior room, you can pick up biscuits that you don't need in this playthrough. Hello, kitty.
Can I say something now? No. Exactly. Yes. Right. We'll let you out. Okay.
So the biscuit that you can pick up and carry with you during this playthrough actually doesn't play a part in the regular normal difficulty. What I think you do in Mega Monkey, you see there's a whole chicken on the table, not the carcass of it. You pick up the biscuit, you examine the biscuit, and there are maggots in there. And I think you use the maggots from the biscuit on the chicken carcass, and they go to town.
Right. Wow.
revealing that there's a membership card in the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
A live chicken has at some point eaten.
Ingested the card.
So that's another extended solution. Because I remember picking up the biscuit during my last playthrough and I never used it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so you can carry with you items that do not come into play, if you will. So condescending. Indeed. No. So yeah, pick up a towel and go on the beach. Enjoy yourself. Hey, there's a guy over there. Walk over to him.
He looks very pale. Wait. Oh, okay.
Right. Well, if all else fails, then put something down, Stuart. I'm helping you now.
What?
So you can't do it as you like. You can't just put down towels all willy-nilly and expect them to not go up in flames.
Do we have to have a wet towel?
That seems like acceptable physics. But the towels were on the price screen, so and there's an endless amount of them.
Yes.
And if you watch the screen, it looked like there was quite a path there. So why don't you pick up a couple of towels? Until Guybrush says no more. All righty. Those are not wet towels, though.
Mm-hmm. And this cooking oil is sticking out for some reason.
Yes, indeed.
I don't think you'll let me just take it. The fry station technician.
It's a pretentious little twat.
Mm-hmm. Could we dip our towels in the ice bucket? Oh.
Did he do it for all the towels? Yes, he did. The towels are all wet now. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good thinking, Stuart. If the beach is too hot, then...
Yeah, a wet towel it is.
So walk across it. Or do it that way, indeed. And maybe you need to do it the third time.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself.
I might, maybe. Okay, I thought I might have been short a towel. Oh.
Right, here's a fella.
No, let's not push him. Yeah, that's what we're all thinking.
He talks like this. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. Got a New Yorker.
Yeah, someone from Staten
New
Island.
Yorker.
Good soup plantation.
Yes, he's talking about a location that you will be visiting. It's your face, babe. Yeah, I said it, babe. He's an entertainment agent, you know. So he sees potential. Look at Guybrush's face right now, all scrunched up.
Aye.
When he rolls over on his back, ding, 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 hint. He's been there for a while, Stuart, so he's not gonna roll over on his back anytime soon. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I was a ginger, so you do the math, Stuart. I'm pale. I'm as pale as can be, but I don't lay in the sun either. You know, because that's just effing boring. I like to walk in the sun, not lay in the sun.
Okay.
So yeah,
Saying it, we're well. I
You
was going to say
don't
we're
need
stuck
to-
here, but
No,
there
you're
is a
not.
gate.
there is a gate. So they're not cruel that way, where you need to have extra towers or you're effed.
No, is there anything? Just in case, I was going to use it to help his tan.
Yeah, that's correct thinking. But did you try and pick up the mug?
I didn't. Okay.
Cool. So now you got to think back on some of the characters you met early in the game. Now that you have a mug. Do you remember little
Lemonade guy.
prissy entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I
We're
said
gonna-
to you can't outdo him just yet. You can now. There you are. So, don't need to put the towels down each and every time you go to this location.
Perfect. Okay. So let's.
You're not down with the Cabana Boy, granted, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how to do a switcheroo then?
So we can't just give him the mug.
No,
Use this one.
he's got a bottomless mug policy. He's proud of that. He's not going to change the policy. That will ruin his business, Stuart.
All right, let's reacquaint
So-
ourselves with Kenny. Okay, so it's not like a period where we've got time to switch.
If my memory is correct, you need to distract him somehow. So what did the other dialogue options do? So just continue exploring these options to see if he leaves or not into his little area there. That's the thing I'm unsure of now, how to distract him, because it's not as easy as just using mug with mug. It really
Can't
can't
throw
have.
chicken grease at him.
What was it? You see, it's 2 weeks ago since I. Maybe Guybrush will create a distraction on his own if you use the mug on mug. Right?
Okay.
Maybe that's it. So it's on the second screen indeed.
Ah, yes. The three-headed monkey.
Look behind you, three-headed monkey. Oh boy! So
Gee wilkers.
okay, so lie, cheat, and steal. You've just done a little bit of both. So let's get some refreshing lemonade. You can afford it. You have a bag of nickels.
Wooden nickels.
Yeah. He calls you a cheat, but you're a pirate. That should not be an insult necessarily, like a trademark. So, cool. Well, you need to don't leave yet. Just pick up the stuff you left behind. Thank goodness it's not a porcelain pitcher. So yeah, I'm not sure how long you spoke to the travel agent, but he wanted a refresher, so you're gonna bring him a drink.
Okay.
So yeah, so so it's empty, so you need to bring him a refreshing drink of sorts, and you obviously cleared out the lemonade.
Let's see. There was the ice bucket back at the beach.
All liquid. Doesn't need to be drinkable, Stuart.
So it's okay.
So no, but it's an okay idea. Yeah, so don't want you to walk too far. So just
We're not going for the die, are we? Okay.
So you can start to sort of imagine what Guybrush is going to do now in order to get this guy to turn over. And I'm helping you along here. I'm just gonna put a disclaimer right here.
Right.
You're coming up on. I know your stomach is strong and all of that, but we're coming up on a very, very graphic moment. One of the most graphic moments in any Monkey Island game. So just kind of beware that there's gonna something disgusting is gonna happen in a couple of steps after. Yeah,
so gonna be more head lice.
No, but it's kind of gross. It's very gross, actually. Guybrush is going to acknowledge that it's very gross. Exactly. Can't just bring him a picture. Silly fool. Or just serve him, because you're a server, clearly, in his eyes. You're not fully equipped to complete this solution that leads to the graphic moment, but you can still do a few more things, as you're quite aware of how to proceed at this point. A little bit annoying that he needs to walk around him all the time.
Yeah.
So, here's your drink, sir. And that's how Kenny B looks like if he spends 5 minutes in the sun without SPF 5000. There you go, Stuart. There's a map. Coming up on one solution that I needed help with my next to, not my last playthrough because I did remember it, but the playthrough before that because I just couldn't figure it out. So yeah, we don't have pen and paper, Stuart. That's the problem. And Guybrush isn't going to commit it to memory either.
Yeah, he wants.
So this is kind of a ridiculously kind of strange solution. So I'll just point you to the right screen. You need to go back to the Cabana Boy.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of wincing because it is so disgusting. You can go out that way and then click on another part of the thing, Cabana, indeed. So remember you said that there was an enticing item on the screen? But you couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So how do you get this guy out of the way then?
Are you able to talk him into going?
So Cabana Boy. Now he's supposed to be served. But he refuses to serve Guybrush, so might not seem like he's going to move just because you say so, just because you're a member. And Guybrush usually doesn't just perform violent acts. You don't punch people necessarily, but there might be a slight exception to that rule in this case. You're gonna have to use a little bit of violence, Stuart. But not you're not gonna punch him. So.
It's not this, is it? Oh well.
Well, as I said, there are a couple of items that you use multiple times, so it's not a bad idea. But that really served a very specific purpose of insulting one of the pirates in a historical fashion. Yeah, and you don't threaten him with a knife either, by the way. I just wanted to put that out there. So it's a little bit. I mean, I'm so keen for you to get to that disgusting scene. So let me just say that you don't have the item. You need to re-pick up an item in order to be violent towards the Cabana Boy. You need to pick up an item that you had in your inventory again, but only one.
We're not picking up a towel, are we?
Doesn't hurt. Either Guybrush will refuse or not. That's fluffy towel.
Is it possible to towel whip the Cabana Boy?
Guybrush just clued you into what's the most effective way to towel whip someone. And I mean, you're already there, obviously. So this is a solution I just couldn't figure it out when I had a playthrough a year or two ago. Papa Pichu. So there you go. Now you have free access to the cooking oil. You can examine the cooker that's literally very disgusting and overflowing. So try and pick up the weenies or what looks like French fries.
They look older than I am.
And likely the same with the French fries then.
I don't think we get an option for the just.
Oh, so they don't.
It's just
the fryer in itself, and you're not going to pick up the machine.
No,
all right. Because maybe when you get the solution done, it's going to trigger the travels to Blood Island. So I don't know if there's going to be an automatic cutscene or not. But regardless, go back to Palido the other way. So. And again, this is just.
So, are we using cooking oil?
Even I get kind of queasy.
Okay.
Remember, even Guybrush won't like this.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh. Oh, are we peeling?
yeah, you're not done. You're not done, Stuart.
Maybe we are.
Yes, we are. Be a man and look at this. There's going to be a little animation right now.
Okay.
It's been all very children's friendly up to this
Let's
point,
go.
Stuart.
I'm gonna have to put a not safe for work tag on this one. Oh.
I really wish I didn't have to do that, Guybrush just said. So yeah, just look at the mess you made, Stuart.
Oh god.
That is effing disgusting. There's
Yeah.
never been anything like it in Monkey Island history. And believe me, you should probably go now.
I think on that note, we might just call it a stream.
Because what might happen if you leave this screen is a new cutscene will be triggered, and Guybrush might automatically gather up his shipmates. You know, because you have everything you need now. You got the map, you got the ship, you got the crew. Done and done. So, how about that? Let's do it.
That is something special right there.
You lie, cheat, and you steal.
Skin.
But and you peel as well, apparently.
Yeah. Aye. Jeez.
So yes.
Oh.
Look back on that again, because I just love that they made a close-up animation of it as well. Not just an animation based on this screen alone, which would have been disgusting enough, but they do a close-up like it cooks, and then I don't know if you had the sound effects in your ear or not.
Yeah,
but,
there was. There was.
And Guybrush, I really wish I didn't have to do that. So if you look at the map, does he make any comment about like, oh my god, it's on skin? Or what does he say about the map? It's the map to
Peel
Blood
off
Island.
of Belido's back.
So yeah, it's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to put it in a frame or anything like that. It's fine as it is. So yeah, wanted to get you to this moment because it is memorable in a divisive manner, because you don't expect body horror to enter these games, but it did.
That is. I was not expecting to peel. I'm speechless. I
So don't even leave this screen, because you will trigger, I think, the next part. So
yeah. So yes, if you're still with us, if you've managed to watch us peel the skin off this pale man's back, congratulations. If you want to keep up to date with our Monkey Island antics, please consider subscribing to the channel. At the moment, it seems like we're doing this once a week, but it might pick up. Who knows? We've had technical issues for the first time, it seems. So
but we had fun, Stuart. We had fun on Plunder Island. We turned into a giant chicken.
Exactly, and got revenge on some guy that was scamming us out of lemonade.
Indeed.
So.
Not the last time you'll meet him, but as a little teaser for the future, he's a businessman. He's a business boy, an entrepreneur. He'll have a new business idea working out of that stall. So it's not the last you've seen him. So he's not discouraged. He's not in a corner crying right now. He's more like he's rebranding.
Yeah.
Big time.
One scheme to another.
Exactly. So, yes.
Okay, and for everyone else, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for your time, Ken. And good night.
Beware of El